Okay, we should be nice, ready, and good to go. Hello Marcelo, welcome. Hello Desert, welcome. Now, KLUKAI is one character we've been waiting for a pretty damn long time. Apparently she's going to be a tier 0 damage dealer, and there should be more than enough pulls in here to guarantee that she comes home. Ideally though, I would love to see her come home from a 50-51, because I would love to try and get her weapon too. If not, there's Mekti coming out next patch, and I think I want the entire Toxic trio. If anything, to have them as an excuse to start playing with Pericia properly as well. Otherwise, this one doesn't give crit, only gives attack. 15% increase in AoE damage. Each time corrosion damage is dealt, damage is increased by 2% up to a maximum of 10. At least at calibration 1 it looks alright. Most of KLUKAI's damage should be AoE damage, but I did buy this thing that I haven't put on anyone as of now. For each allied unit within 5 tiles, increases healing and damage dealt by 5% up to 15. So if KLUKAI can stay close to 2 of her allies, she still gets a standard 15% boost to damage. She doesn't get the extra from dealing toxic damage, but still might not be all that bad, so maybe, just maybe, trying to go for her weapon isn't going to be top priority. The character herself though will. As for everything else, we've got the Aphelion event going on until... Wait, what? Okay, almost 2 months. Mailing thanks we just picked up. This is for the login, and it will be going on for a while. And this one, I still cannot believe that they made her skin free. Can we even see it? I thought for sure this would have been like 20-30 bucks skin, because there's no way they let you have these peaches for free. But still, without further ado, before even starting the event, especially because this one comes in 800 points, so there's time. Let me get... let me put a little bit of background music on. Hello Winamp. And let's get ourselves a little KLUKAI, shall we? When it comes to dupes, I don't think I even need that many. Sadly, the SR characters are very far and few in between. And weapons too, almost everyone I'm using currently has an SSR weapon, so... Sadly, there really isn't much else I want from the gacha outside of KLUKAI herself. Retard 416, that's her weapon. More Xenia, but she's already at 6. And this one should be it. Golden, let's go! Come on, give me this 50-50. Fantastic. Yo, the intro too. Do you think maybe they exaggerated a little? But yeah, there's our real toxic one. And now to level her up. 114. Do we want to try for the weapon too? Because I think if we try for the weapon, we might still have mod enough to try and go for MacT next patch. Hey post, hey Ino, welcome, how are things going? This 160 weapons should have a way higher rate up, so... let's try and go 2 for 2. SR 416, don't really care about this one. Come on. Come on. I had to send us to PT, but this one should be it. Join a fly-by-night company with whose scam hotel safe service called Berrycom. Wait, what the hell? Berrycom Polisto Gospeli. Just careful when you do the phone hotels. Get paid at least, just no NDA. Watch out for those, because those companies might have a tendency to go down real fast. Is this it? Ah, lost the 50-50 for another golden memory, damn it. We still have 64 more pools and the next one is guaranteed. I guess we can hope it comes home early. Unless I take the loss and go for MacT. Let's try 20 to 30, that should still be enough to leave me safe for the next one. Come on, there we go. Made me spend quite a few. But yeah, this one is definitely going to be it. Now the problem is the materials. Yeah, it looks almost exactly the same, damn it. But skill up, finally here. Where the hell am I going to get the materials to level everything up? Let's see, you... That's it for the weapon skins. But you get calibrated. They can illegally use your private information to hard sell your rooms. But you have to like book them first, don't you? But yeah, when traveling, just be careful. You always have to be extra careful. Not only from scams, but just for where the hell you're going. Now this one doesn't need calibration, we can just level it up, but only 45. And here, sadly didn't get that much stuff, but I have something saved up, at least for crit rate, crit damage and attack boost. Everything else at least crit rate and attack boost. Always on toxic damage. The perfect gear with double attack stat and crit is going to have to wait a little bit. As for you, let's start the leveling up process. She's so damn cute. They get up information, especially when you never gave your personal one when booking a room. Sorry, thanks for listening to my vent. If I knew how the FT communication a long time ago, I would. Don't worry, man. Sadly, the job market is always screwed up. When you need money, there's not much you can do about it. So you just take whatever comes out first. Up to 40 we go. Can we craft these? How many do we need? We need like 10. I still can't get over the fact that she has a damn bike. Okay, can we max you out? Oh, looks like we can. Fantastic. Up to 60 directly. Fortification, I hear these are really damn good. Apparently people suggest that you should get her up to like F3, but that is way too far, that is way too expensive. I am not gonna do that. Segment 0 plus weapon is all that I'm willing to spend on her. Nodes, I don't think I can get everything, but we should be fine with more than a few. We're running out of money. Out of all the resources we could have expended. Are you for real? 159 out of 160? Okay, that's everything. I didn't mean to click on that. But it's one near the end, so we probably want to pick it up anyway. Start of turn, if there's only one enemy target, applies 1 stack of corrosive infusion for 2 turns. Additionally, gains 2 points of energy. End of turn, AoE corrosion damage equal to 12% of the attack for each additional stack, damage multiplier plus 12%. Upon being hit by an active attack from KLUKAI or corrosion damage from enemies, 1 additional stack. Just did her trial, already love her gameplay. I didn't even do her trial. Thanks for reminding me. I saw her, I saw she was hot, and I just went on with the pools. Let's see. This one was up to 60. This one goes because we're done with the pools. Where's the trial? Is somewhere near events, right? Also looks like we've gotten some points here already. Wind Twines in supply, energy, Sardis gold. Ah, this is a daily thing. Yeah, this is a daily thing. There's no way we can reach 800 points today. Ah, well, the skin is still coming home. So as far as I know, she has very large AoEs and maybe some multi-hits. Yes, if she's got some multi-hits, we can also work nicely with the cat. Pinpoint detonation, AoE corrosion damage to the target, launches an additional attack dealing AoE corrosion damage to the target and surrounding enemies units while pulling them in. This is fantastic news already. Also, this triggers 2 attacks from the Gyat cat. If any kills are made, the cooldown is reduced and gains Confectance Index, energy. If no kills are made, the infusion is applied to the target. End of action, units afflicted with the infusion take AoE corrosion damage. Jesus Christ! AoE corrosion damage to the target and surrounding enemy units within 3 tiles applies toxic infiltration. Units with toxic infiltration are inflicted with corrosive infusion at the end of their action. Upon death, nearby allied units become infected and be dealt AoE corrosion damage. Damage dealt to targets afflicted with toxic infiltration is increased. One nearby tile lands onto it. AoE corrosion damage to all units in the path. If 2 or more targets are killed, the skill can be cast again. Oh, this is the back one. This is going to go so damn hard in the tower. There's been a couple of stages in which I struggled because they require you to kill 2 or 3 enemies with a single attack, and all my units right now deal single target damage. KLUKAI is going to be an absolute godsend for those. Immune to control effects, when dealing damage with an active attack, applies 1 stack of corrosive infusion, 1 stack of competitive spirit, and increases KLUKAI's corrosion damage. She gets energy when corrosive damage is dealt by her own active attacks and by allied units. Cooldown of the ultimate is reduced based on the amount of Confectance Index accumulated. Okay, so you pair Gyat Cat with her and she can basically spam the ultimate. Like, she enables the multi-hits. What is this AoE? What the hell? Yeah, that's a double kill too, and we can use this skill again to get back out of here. That's cute. Are you kidding me? This is also the one that pulls everyone together. Probably should have picked up one of the healing kits. And this is the same thing too. 4x4. Oh god, this spread. Oh god, this spread. What the hell is this unit? Alright, she can get everyone close together and she can spread toxic in... freaking insane, man. But yeah, I need to try her out alongside Peritia. So for now, let's get back to the Neural Helix. We don't have as many cores as we need to fully max her out. So this extra attack boost is sadly going to have to wait for, I think, next week. If the ultimate skill only hits one target, damage dealt increased by 30%. This is going to be nice for some boss stages, but we are not doing boss stages right now. Corrosive Infusion gains a new effect, increases stability damage. Increases damage to targets in stability break by 15%. And this is on top of everything else. We need some money. We need a little bit of money. But for this money, we need to start farming a little bit of events. Reduces the width of the ultimate to 3 tiles. For each tile reduced, increases damage dealt by 10%. Again, kind of a bossing one, not a big fan, but I misclicked on this one. Stats-wise, I don't see anything that increases crit rate, nor I see anything that increases crit damage. She's at 60, 130, and I'm afraid she's going to have to sit it out like this. I probably want more attack. Probably want more attack in here, but who do I even take this off of? Might take them off of Ulrid, since Ulrid I don't actually use that much. But Ulrid also does a little bit of AoE damage. I think I might want to run her with Peritia as well. Toxicosis detonation. Nah, she looks absolutely insane. By the way, I found a funny video explaining how Genshin Impact destroyed the relationship, caused fraud, and promotes gambling, mental illness. Scary. Look, I play a lot of gacha games, but I'm not really that badly addicted to them. I know some people can get really, really down, but you need to set some limits. The same way you set limits with gambling, because at the end of the day, gacha games kind of enable that, but it's also not really gambling, because you always have the guarantee to win the prize that you want. What changes, what you gamble, is the price you have to pay for the prize that you need to that you want to get. And I think it's the entire mentality behind playing gacha games this way that can kind of screw people over. Because if you go into a gacha game thinking that it's basically a long-term roguelite, spend some resources to get some of the mechanics that you want, but you can't get everything, that ends up being a bit more healthy than trying to figure out the best way to get everything instead. Who is this on? Doesn't even say. Oh well, crit rate attack boost from Dashi. Now there should be another free one down here from Ulrid. Especially, dude, not to the extent of just destroying relationships. That's seriously messed up. Okay, we need to farm a little bit. Let's go try her out in here. Again, we're missing Mekti, which can turn Beritia's damage from her follow-ups from physical to poison. We're still bringing you, bringing you, bringing you. And I guess QJ is never going to hurt. Now, don't look too much at their damage. Sadly, their weapons are not fully leveled up yet. But we should be getting there by playing the game a little. Not to mention, there's nothing that's close enough for KLUKAI to actually spam AoEs on. It's from Reddit specifically. Well, Reddit isn't exactly known for being the most healthy site out there now, is it? Let's see, this one inflicts poison and should also proc extra poison when the enemies are done. And yeah, between Sabrina and QJ, there's counters and auto attacks everywhere. Absolutely love this unit. This thing works basically in every single team. Yeah, that's the corrosion, and she can also move again. Honestly, weird to see that Perisha now is the one with these small AoEs. But yeah, I'm thinking maybe one thing we need to worry a little bit about is the energy generation for her, especially if it's only from other AoE effects. Now this only hits on top. I was about to say there's only one enemy left, but that one flew off too. can drag this out of cover. And take it out. Yeah, honestly, damage stats I wouldn't have expected anything else. Jeonju, she's kind of fully built, so she's still way in front of everyone else. But this also puts me in the bit of an uncomfortable spot, because now we need to work on 2 different units, not just one. Okay, what do we have here? 3 tickets for the Hazard Patrol. Again, this is daily stuff, we better do this. And at least the normals should be fairly easy. Honestly, kind of missed this one. The last stages especially were a little bit difficult last time. But I'm afraid things are going to change now that we have a fully leveled up team. Yes, that's the one thing I can complain a little bit about this game. There aren't that many challenges. And here too, level 20 enemies. So either you make this stuff scale to my level, or you give me like trial units that sort of balance things out. Because these now, they're just going to explode from anything. Doesn't even matter if we are not in cover. I didn't manage to find any other ammo, sadly. And the exit is still somehow hidden. There we go. No, it's over here, that's too close. Let's check this out. Alright, these are only 2 rooms. It's the hard mode, there are like 3 stages plus boss at the end. But even this, it's going to be a bit pitiful. Oh, it doesn't reach. That might be a bit better. And the boss is gone. And he's still lamenting. Oh wait, Patrol 2 is in 18 hours. But we did unlock hard mode. And they're still level 27. I guess we can go with this extra HP reduction. And heal reduction, because we don't really care. Team-wise, let's do the same thing with the toxic ones. Off to a great start. We don't even have an instant elimination for these. Oh, it's basically the same as before. Come on, give me something to skip these. Oh, there's one. We should be able to just continue from here. Okay, instant elimination. There we go. Where's the key? If I remember correctly, there's like trophies or something for taking as few steps as possible in here. But this might already be a bit too much. Okay, key on the first line, fantastic. Because it's low level enough, we don't really need buffs or anything in order to take everything down. Also, they've done something really nice with the soundtrack too. Reminds me a little bit of the Punishing Grey Raven one as well. There's the boss.
どうってことないわ。はい。みんなのために。どうってことないわ。
This is fairly aggro, but doesn't hit the boss, sadly. Something I kind of want to try and do, especially because it almost one-shots.
現実を知りなさい。目標沈黙。当然の結果です。
And it's gone.
残念ですね。あなたはここまでです。
I'm keeping my fingers crossed that they're going to do something fun with the later stages of the hard modes. Level 7 especially. Here we have story and we have supplies. These should be fairly easy to take down just to farm for some stuff. So let's go through these quickly and then we move on to the story, because we still need to clear plenty of story chapters in order to start farming materials. In certain stages, deploying support units before the start of battle can greatly increase our combat effectiveness. Support unit deployment here. Support units are listed on the right. Select and deploy the most suitable support units based on the battlefield and your tactics. I'm sure I don't need to say much more about this. Type and maximum number varies between each stage. Based on the battlefield intelligence, the sentry gun seems to be more advantageous. Deployed all to continue the pre-battle stuff. Okay, take these two out and put in KLUKAI and Cat. And these are level 30s, we're not really going to worry about this.
みんなのために。避けないんですか。怪我しますよ。降参するなら今のうちよ。
Oh, looks like the gun does coordinated attacks too.
隙あり。配置完了。射撃準備。と。ハンデを上げる。
戦場は片付いた。皆の者、よくやったな。
On to the second stage, because we only got 3 tickets. I don't even think we care that much about supports. Dynamite too. Let's see how this works. And if they deal damage... Oh, we can only deploy 2. Let's put one there and see if they even deal damage to each other. Because those might come really handy in the next few stages.
みんなのために。こうですか。と。
用意。それがしが守る。
どうってことないわ。
And she just takes down the entire lane.
降参するなら今のうちよ。どうってことないわ。
That might be a bit far. She still takes down another 4 people though.
降参するなら今のうちよ。
Let's just let her have fun. Yes, yeah, of course she doesn't have follow-up attacks, she doesn't have assisting attacks, but she's a main damage dealer. She's just doing what she does best. Can we take out Dynamite like this? Oh, it's an extraction mission. You didn't even see. First one out, and second one out. Richa says he's a bit too fat to run. And that's mission complete. Last of the supply stages. These are all nice and stocked up. Yeah, 3 enemy units within 1 turn. It's something we are going to do with KLUKAI on turn 1. She doesn't even need to be buffed now, does she? And lastly, Peritia to take this one out. 0 incoming damage. This doesn't seem to hit that many units, and I'm pretty sure these 3 are a bit too far away from the damage fallout. Oh, it still ended. Ah, well. Still, I think I also want to go check out the gold farming stages. Because with KLUKAI especially, those should have become really, really easy. Slot simulation next week, challenge mode next week, part 2, 27 days. 20 days for Pathforger and 27 for Frontline survivors. Looks like this one is going to be yet another really damn big event. Over on this side we have our course, you can buy 5. But let's start with the gold first. So we can continue leveling her up a little bit. Oh right, I also forgot about this one. As for gifts, should be fairly easy for her to go nice and high. Not thinking level 5 today, but soon enough. especially considering that the event also brings out other stuff for us to level her up. A 30 and 42. Yeah, she can take everything here. Now also comes the big question. Is who do I give this ring to? Because when it comes to Covenant, we don't get many of these. I've had one that I've been holding on to basically since day one. And at this point I think the fight is between KLUKAI and Macchiato. Because I don't really want to spend $5 for another ring. But I think she's been waiting long enough, and I want to see what happens if we click on Covenant. So I guess she's going to be the first one. That damn dorky smile. Make sure you think this through, okay? No walking it back. You kidding me? It's too late to regret now. This time I'll follow you no matter where you go, whether it's to the black zone or to the white one. I'll make sure you realize this is the most sensible and perfect choice you've ever made. That was kind of cute. Is it just replaying the animation? Oh, yes, it is. Okay, what happens now? Affinity 6, 7, and 8. Oh, we even get a weapon skin at Affinity 8. And a new card as well. Not to mention the affinity levels seems to be going up a lot faster. And we get little stories too, that's cute. Just realized that the mail Miss Persica sent us a while ago had some fine print. It says that the Covenant ring has special supplemental code that needs to be applied to a doll's base logic. Also, if that... Oh, and also that if it's left there, it has a chance to cause neural instability symptoms in the dolls, included but not limited to performing on the commander things such as... I'll leave you to read the rest of it. Oh god, we're getting jumped. Nice, got her and the Ursar weapon. Nice, congrats. You have Pericha as well, don't you? I pursue the Mayday mailing sends over, soon finding a line of notations that are grayed out, in smaller font, and neither marked with a programmer's comment line. She might as well have said that the final rights of interpretation belong to 16 Lab. Unbelievable, Persica sure hasn't changed at all. What do we do next? We can't... she can't have left that out as well, right? I contacted her after I found out the fine print, but she seems reluctant to speak in detail. She just said the commander needs to fulfill everyone's wishes and not only increase affinity but also improve the operational efficiency of the Covenant Rings code. She even gave me her answer in audio recording. Miss Perska's assistant, Miss Leibniz, even said to me that in uptight way that I should study well and not bother Miss Perska with everything. Am I that incompetent? Poor Maylin. Yeah, got the Gyat Cat. Fantastic, then you already have the, well, base for the toxic team. Sadly, we're going to have to wait a little bit longer for Macti to come out, but she's next in line. The one thing that worries me a lot is the fact that Vector is going to come out immediately after. And that is one I will likely not have pulse for. So my fire team might end up suffering a little bit. But there's also two dolls I kind of want to skip right after, so fingers crossed I can pick up Vector in a rerun. Also, looks like they're doing reruns a lot faster compared to Genshin. So Vector is likely going to rerun in a month or two, rather than 8 months to a year. That's just how 16 Lab is, adding oil to the fire regardless of how big a deal it actually is. Don't pay too much mind. But the wishes of the dolls, that's just too wide a net, seems way too complex. I feel that everyone wishes for similar things, people have preferences, but everyone's wishes all hinge on one thing, to be together with you. I was not expecting a Little Fate episode here, this is really damn cute. I prepare a little tactical remote car for you, you can control it at range and follow our dolls into battle. A world for two on the battlefield must be a bounty hunter dream's date. Wait, this didn't improve it though, right? Oh, we even get... That's awesome. So not only there's specific Fate episodes per doll, there's also simple fights per doll. The only problem is that it costs $5 each. She can move 2 tiles forward for this. It's like if they did things like Azur Lane does, where they give away some rings every now and then, it wouldn't be so bad. Because now she also gets extra stats. And I should really do this for Tololo, Jeonju, and now KLUKAI. That's $15 gone. Okay, 7, 2, and 3. And battle number 2. Okay, we should be able to put this one down. And use it as cover. Alright, how long ago was this released? Because I'm pretty sure if we get something cool like a free ring or something, that should be for the like 6 months, if not anniversary. Surely we're going to get one of those things for the anniversary. And that's our level up, Affinity 7. But I'm pretty sure for Affinity 8 we're going to have to wait a little bit. Yes, yeah, this stuff is yellow, this stuff doesn't give bonuses, I don't really want to burn it. Not now. Instead, what does your... what do her dorm poses look like?
おかえりなさい。
Standard playing with a toy bike? Hey mate, sorry for being giga lazy in the platoon gun smoke. Don't worry. Again, it's a fairly casual game, I'm not really expecting people to just go hard at it. Again, these look alright, but it feels like there's something missing. Because a lot of other girls have something that where you can feel how horny the devs were when designing them. Her poses just feel a lot more natural. And yeah, the outfit is still locked. Here we also got the... That's the first SSR site I get. And I guess it just had to be macchiatos. That's kind of funny. You mean other than feet? Yeah, other than feet. Because if you see someone like Ritya, she has a couple of cool poses like this. Where is it? Oh, it might not have been Pritya. I think that was Ulrid. Like, you can't tell me the devs were not horny beasts when they decide this pose. You pull weapon too, huh? Oh yeah, I just went for character plus weapon. At this point, I've done it for most of my damage dealers. Start of the turn, only one enemy, one stack of infusion. I think I want the one that deals the extra damage first. Corrosive infusion for 15% extra damage against broken enemies. Support attack performed by other allied unit, 1 point of energy. This one goes in as well. So she can spam more skills. And the other is likely going to be Moment of Doom, but we need another 2 info cores, which are going to have to come from the event. So we're going back to it immediately. There's too many AR units in this game, they need to start sharing weapons. Yeah, I had the Battle Pass weapon too. I was thinking either just get the Skilla, because this one goes up to 25% damage boost, but if not the Skilla, I've got the Guerno here that goes up to 15%. At the end of the day, it's just a 10% boost to damage. The base attributes are also the same, so it doesn't matter all that much. But she's going to be one of my most important units on the entire account going on forward. So I wanted to get the weapon too. Because from now until, damn, basically forever. Because the Toxic team is the other team I wanted to focus on a little bit. Next one might be Lightning, but for Lightning I think I'm going to wait for Leva. Mekti is also an AR unit. Mekti might get the Guerno. Yes, there should be more than enough pools to grab Mekti as well. Okay, now, Aphelion. Level 15 enemies. Even in the place further from the sun, daylight does not fade so easily. And they sadly still haven't fixed the text display speed. I'm consumed by nightmares of the past. Lena's transmission brings the latest tidings. Murmurs of terror buried away by she who toys with destinies with a wave of her hand. The sandbox tells another tale. The Elmo proceeds at full speed across the wilderness, route data feeding it intermittently. It's the afternoon, time when the sun is the strongest. But for a moment, the daylight from outside strikes my eyes. In a moment of stupor, a most familiar name comes to mind, one that has left my lips in quite some time. 416, KLUKAI. She was also introduced at the very end of the last event. KLUKAI and Mekti shelter from a collapsed storm in the remains of a building. Gravel endlessly pelts the ruin as it gets propelled by the raging storm. The frail windows emit an unsettling screech, ready to burst in a million tiny blades any second. Mekti leans against a broken wall far away from the window, looking at the seething collapsed storm outside with fatigued eyes.
なんなのここ。コーラプスストームの予兆とかなかったのに。アンドリスと美容家が羨ましい。臨時拠点にこもってるだけで先見調査もやらなくていいんだから。
レッドエリアの近くで気象予報を知りたがるあんたの方がよっぽどどうかしてるわね。
はいはい。
The little pout. A great gale rushes over the building, bringing with it a variety of swept-up debris and grabbing Mekti's attention.
今の何？木箱が飛んでいったように見えたけど。やっぱりバイクを建物の中に入れて正解だったよ。せっかくの装備が風に飛ばされたら困るしね。
私は逆に吹き飛ばされてほしいけどね、あんなゴミ。
分かってないなあ、KLUKAIは。今まで調査した集落の設備と比べたらお宝レベルの優れものなんだから。
She proudly glances at the backpack strapped to the motorbike.
それこそ集落の子供たちも羨ましがるくらいに。
パラデウスのことを尋ねに行かせたのに子供と遊んでたの？
そんな怖い顔しないでよ。聞き込みはちゃんとしたよ。でもみんな何も知らないんだもん。あそこの集落の人たち、パラデウスはおろかレイトみたいな人形も見たことないんだって。リバンの言ってたまだ活動してるって話、本当かな？
In Parallels, for surely is.
それが分かればこんな任務に就く必要もなかったでしょ。
聞いてみただけなのに。にしてもパラデウスの残党は殲滅したって話だったのに、なんでまた。そんなに仕事熱心なら404に来てほしいよね。銃を撃つのには変わりないんだし。
The storm shows no signs of letting up. Mekti scratches her head in frustration and lies down. Kai follows Mekti's gaze, looking outside briefly before returning her attention to Mekti.
ほら立ちなさい。任務中は警戒態勢を解かないこと。忘れたの？
She's just a sleepy little girl. KLUKAI approaches Mekti and tugs at her jacket. The latter refuses to get up and only changes her position lazily.
どうせ忙しくなるんだし、休める時に休んだ方がいいじゃんか。パラデウス絡みの任務ってやたらと難しいくせに大抵ろくな目に遭わないし、違うか、絶対ろくな目に遭わないんだった。こんな無駄骨な依頼引き受けるなんて、リバも何考えてるんだろう。拠点でじっとしてた方がまだマシなのに。
KLUKAI let go of Mekti and looks at her helplessly.
彼女が何を考えようと私たちは任務を遂行するだけよ。
別にサボってるんじゃないよ。外の嵐は止む気配ないし、ここで隠れる以外にやれることないじゃん。KLUKAIも少しは楽にしなって。ここに来るまでパラデウスどころかバリャーグも賞金ハンターもほとんどいなかったし、これで生きむくろがいなかったらめっちゃ治安良好じゃない？
だから怪しいのよ。今のうちに今後の計画を立てるべきね。もしかしたら今回はこれまで以上に厳しい状況が待ち構えてるかもしれない。
KLUKAI suddenly looks towards the all-consuming storm outside.
頻発するコーラプスストームに基準値を明らかに上回る放射線量。ここの環境、リバの情報よりはるかにひどいわ。
大丈夫、なんとかなる。
I mean, if they are outside in the wilderness, KLUKAI is the one that's right here. And this is no time to relax, much less to sleep. She's hella cute
こら
though.
起きなさい。
うるさいな。
起きなさい。
少しくらい寝かせてよ。どうせ他にやれることないんだしさ。この暴力女、離せ。うわ誰が投げろって言ったのさ。あれこれって大投げと。ねえKLUKAI、
Haven't we been using this to communicate?
そんなの分かってる。
with the exception that the ones in the wild might be hostile. Just a little bit hostile.
無駄口叩いてないで戦闘準備
And I guess a nice little battle is the perfect thing to wake Mekti up. Stop shouting and clear out the enemies at 10 o'clock direction. Now, this is something I would love to see them fix. Because if we have an event like this, these guys are what, level 15? Just give us level 15 units. Like, make it so it's kind of a trial stage for the units that you're releasing. Because if you run in here with level 60s, these basically doesn't last.
用意
現実を知りなさい
用意今だ
そのみんなのためにそうですか
Oh, the enemies are just sitting back there.
ごめんねどうってことない
This looks new at least. Opens up the way a little bit.
交代するなら今のうちよどうってことないわ
And clear number 2.
交代するなら今のうちよ了解
Also, the fact that Mekti is in here means that her model is ready already. Again, would have been a good opportunity to just let us try her out. KLUKAI and Mekti defeat the incoming enemies and split up to survey the surroundings.
最後の一体も識別マークなしか唯一の製造番号は鉄血構造がまだ稼働してた頃に与えられたものだわ
Abandoned machinery. Abandoned machinery is a bit weird to find down here.
ミシティそっちはどう
Mekti's listless voice comes through the comms.
こっちも似たようなもんでも今まで見た鉄血の機械ともなんか違うよね
ええところどころ改造された形跡もあるわまあよくあることだけど今時はどこの PMC もこういうのばっかり少しくらい改造してたって不思議じゃないわ通信機越しだからって怠けないでちょうだい
She's brutal. Mekti perks up a little on the other side of the line.
機体の他に何か気になる点は
なんて言ったらいいんだろう少し前までここに人がいたっぽいバルブに最近使われた跡があるし地面には電線とケーブルが散らばってる相当急いでたみたいだね誰なんだろ
大方ここへ避難しに来た賞金ハンターかバリアーガあたりでしょ
ってことはさっき襲ってき
こんな生き袋がのさばるような危険エリアに兵器を置いていくなんて誰だろうと自殺行為よ。
So if there's combat bots around, they might be likely defending the people themselves. So they might not be alone in here.
拠点には私から連絡するから。
やっと休める。
Macti looks like if she's been released from a great burden as she ends the call.
当然の結果ですね。残念ですが、あなた。
KLUKAI and Macti continue to shelter from the storm within the ruined building. KLUKAI attempts to contact their temporary base while Macti rests in the corner. The persistent no-signal communication notification dashes KLUKAI's hopes of contacting the outside world. Can't contact the base and the other person. A hint of frustration arises as KLUKAI thinks of them. In truth, she's glad she sent a message before she set off. Habit she's kept to these past few years before leaving for a dangerous assignment.
嵐の中は電波が悪すぎる。
まだアンドリスたちと連絡がつかないの？だからみんなで行こうって言ったの。
Speaking of Andoris and Belka, are we finally going to be able to see them in game? Because Belka, I sadly only saw her on the wiki, but Andoris looks hella cute too.
臨時拠点のソファーが恋しいよ。はあ、今頃二人とも座って休憩してんだろうな。
彼女たちだって楽をしてるわけじゃないわ。デールがアンドリスのために組んだプログラムと外付け装備はどれもまだテスト段階。臨時拠点で調整するのは当たり前でしょ。あんたみたいなサボり魔と一緒にしないで。
Macti rolls over, ignoring the disapproval in KLUKAI's eyes. Yet, finding things are not quite comfortable, she lazily scoots over to the motorbike.
いいじゃん、サボったって。ソファーはないけど、私にはこれがあるもんね。
Like they've just been attacked by an army of battle bots. Where the hell are even their survival instincts? She produces a travel sleeping kit from her backpack.
戦いは進歩しない割に、寝具は充実する一方ね。
でしょでしょ。アンドリスと美容家が一緒に選んでくれたんだよ。快適さとコスパは文句なしだし、まさに戦場にうってつけなんだ。普段はこういう風に収納して、使うときはこう。
Macti smugly presses a button, and soon enough, the neck pillow and its cushioning are filled with air.
快適お手軽。あなたの旅のベストパートナー。
KLUKAI is going to blow that off, isn't she?
広告の歌い文句だよ。試してみる？
そうね。
Giving Macti a frigid response, KLUKAI aims her weapon and fires in the pillow's direction without hesitation. All dead. The bullet zips past the pillow in Macti's hands, and from behind her comes a shrill cry from an eyelid eating lead.
生き袋と仲良くおねんねしたくなかったら、そんなもの捨てて。
Robots first, beasts now. Next time, would you mind warning us before you start shooting?
どいて。
Cut the chatter and focus on the battlefield, or else you'll be staying here to keep the elites company. Yeah, Macti looks a bit too carefree,
訓練の成果
especially considering her environment. Can you actually go up? Oh, that's cool. She can climb buildings with her bike. She's going to take damage there though. But if we do it like this, it's fine.
交代するなら今のうちよ。どうってことないわ。
And 2.
交代するなら今のうちよ。どうってことないわ。
And she can still move.
了解。
It's insane.
今だ。
気をつけて。浅はかな行動を悔やその。
Yeah, we don't need shields. Let's not activate them right now. They can wait for turn 2. Oh, skill 2 has to be targeted on an enemy, can't be targeted on the ground.
現実を知りなさい。その。
Kind of sad because a ground targeted pulled together might have been a bit better. Still, considering the damage it does, there's no way we can complain about that. Right, and Macti annihilate the elites without further incident, saved from the inflatable pillow's commendable sacrifice. Macti crouches down and fiddles with the damaged pillow on the ground, sorrow written all over her face.
完全に壊れちゃってる。
Oh, poor little thing.
来るかい。さっきの絶対わざとでしょ。
Pay no attention to Macti's pitiful cries, KLUKAI casts her gaze outside to find the veil of gravel and sand clearing up.
コーラプスストームが弱まった。
Pulls up her comm screen as she speaks, and sure enough, the signal has been restored. KLUKAI dials in a series of commands already committed to muscle memory, and an image of the call's recipient soon appears. Oh, Belka!
まだ半日しか経ってないわよ。正確には5時間だけど。
Spotting Andoris behind Belka, KLUKAI immediately begins her inquiries.
アンドリス、頼んでおいた情報は？
リバからの情報をもとに、この辺の闇ブローカーと。
God, when is she becoming playable? I don't even care that she's an electric tank. Or maybe not, because eventually we're going to get Leva as well. And I guess she and Leva are just going to be the core of my electric team.
続けて。
There's also Mosin left behind, but I don't know, don't really like Mosin.
環境データについては、リバの情報とはかなり違ってた。特に、ここ半年から1年の間は、環境汚染が大きく進んでいて、他のレッドエリア周辺よりも、コーラプス放射線量が高くなってる。ブリーフの記録によれば、この地域に入った賞金ハンターが次々と失踪してるせいで、なかなか情報が入ってこないみたい。ロレンの浄化作業執行部門も、これが原因でデータ更新が遅れてるんだと思う。
ええ、私たちの調査結果と類似するわ。それと、私とミシティが武装した不明勢力に襲われて。
襲われた？お姉ちゃん、怪我してない？
どういう意味？
あ、お姉ちゃんの実力を疑ってるんじゃなくて、
No, everyone is just casting shade on Macti.
頼りがいがなくて悪かったな。
Dejection overtakes Macti's countenance, remaining remains of her pillow clutched between her arms.
まあまあ、ビヨンカもクルカイ隊長が心配なだけだから。
大きなお世話よ。今回の襲撃が404を狙ったものかはわからないけど、この依頼予想以上に困難な気がするわ。アンドリス、集めた情報を転送して。
はい、クルカイ隊長。
それと
As the data transfers, KLUKAI pulls up an area of the surroundings and selects a settlement.
今座標を送ったけど確認できる？二人とも準備して、そこで合流するわよ。
Oh, so they're fairly close to
こ
one
の辺かな
another.
り電波が悪いから通信を維持できるようデールに何とかさせて。
うん、わかった。デールは今追加装備の調整中だから、終わったらお願いしに行くね。隊長とミシュティも気をつけて。
あの役立たずなら今は壊れた空気枕に夢中よ。
Kai gazes at the still crestfallen Nakti with a mixture of exasperation and concern in her eyes.
今回のためにわざわざ用意してたんだもんね。
まあいいか。
And now I guess we know who dotes on Nakti so that she can behave the way she does.
今度ミスティが余計なものを買おうとしたら絶対に止めなさいよ。特にあんた、アンドリス。
今度から気をつける。
Andoris nods with a gentle smile on her face.
本当に反省してるのかしら。それじゃあ切るわ。もたもたしてないで嵐が止んでるうちに出発するのよ。いいわね。
やったー、お姉ちゃんに会えるのが待ちきれないよ。
当然の結果ですね。残念ですがあなたは
ほら、アンドリス、早く早く早く早く。
Belka anxiously taps her feet, attempting to hurry up Andoris' file transfer.
慌てないで、もう一度データをチェックしなきゃ。人口動態調査報告にここ10年の地図データ、近隣地域の生きムクロおよびブージャムの目撃証言と、あとは
アンドリス、いくら容量があるからって全部のデータを持っていく必要はないだろう。
Wait, wasn't Deer on the Elmo? Like, at the end of the last event, Deer was on the Elmo inspecting sextants, because they recovered a damaged sextant who was apparently repairing herself.
お前と美容家には受信増幅装置をつけといた。ちょっとやそっとで通信が途切れることはない。必要ならオンライン上で転送すればいいさ。
クルカイ隊長が通信状況について念押ししてたから、ちょっと心配で。
イエローエリアだぞ。おまけにコラプスストームも頻発してる。通信が安定しないのはよくあることだ。心配するな。
うん、そうだといいけど。でも隊長の言ってた襲撃の件がどうしても気になるの。
確かにな。そうだ、アンドリス、あれを持っていったらどうだ。
あれ？ああ、さっき調整し終えた外付け装備のこと？
その通り。火力プログラムの調整も済んだし、そろそろ実戦段階に移すべきだろう。これがあれば火力と精度が大きく上昇するはずだ。あくまで試作品だから燃費もロード時間も理想には程遠いけど、ミシティの素体のバッテリーから予備電力を借りとけよ。それとこいつ相当重いんだよな。まあでも車のトランクにはなんとか収まるだろう。どうせバイクを乗せるトレーラー引いていくんだし、他の物資もトレーラーに積んどけばスペースは確保できる。
うん、わかった。じゃあお願いね。
ああ、ちょっと待ってろ。すぐに乗っけとくから。
Deer returns to the control panel and begins a series of operations.
ああ、そういえばミシティに新しい安眠セットを持っていかないと。
And of course, we knew. The mommy instincts don't stop there.
美容家、倉庫から取ってきてくれる？なんでよ。隊長はこれ以上買うなって言っただけでしょ。これはもう買っちゃったから。うわ、アンドリスがミシティの影響でグレちゃってる。仕方ないな。取ってきてあげるからはいはい。レールもだよ。
分かってるよ。アンドリス、車はスタッフがチェックし終えた。このデータさえ転送すれば出発できる。
Andoris drives towards the meeting point with Belka. Their vehicle leaps across the yellow zone with Andoris at the wheel. She's humming a tune with a relaxed expression.
ねえ、アンドリス。確かにお姉ちゃんには早く会いたいよ。でもそんなに飛ばさなくても。
They definitely don't look like they're in a combat zone. Absolutely not.
早すぎちゃった？
As she speaks, the jeep flies off a small incline. Belka holds on to a handrail for dear life.
普段はのんきなくせになんでこんなに運転荒いのよ。イエローエリアだもん。衛星都市やホワイトエリアよりも走りやすいから、私でも簡単に操縦できちゃうの。ほら、こんな風に。
She smiles and slams on the accelerator as the jeep piles through a small E-line in its way.
のんびり運転できて楽しいな。そうなんだ。
Vehicle suddenly swerves, and the squeal, brake pads, and tire sound out in unison. A series of bullet holes suddenly appear in the vehicle's original path, sending up great clouds of dust and sand. Belka and Andoris take advantage of the vehicle's speeding momentum, quickly opening the door and tumbling behind some natural cover nearby.
敵がいる。気をつけて。
Looks like more abandoned mechs rather than any other combat force. Though we still don't get to know who the mechs belong to.
こうですか？浅はかな行動をどうってことないわ。
On the bright side, this skill makes really quick work of basically everyone. We should still be able to move another couple of tiles. And back in cover. That's one tile too far.
実を知りなさい。
On the bright side, these fights are going by really quickly.
これだけ人気のない場所だもの。所属不明の同一勢力と見て間違いないわ。
隊長、それって。
ええ、偶然にしてはできすぎと。これは明らかに組織的な襲撃。
でもどうして私たちを狙うの？まさか。
断言はできないわ。もしかしたら攻撃対象は404に限らないのかもしれない。ここ1ヶ月で賞金ハンターが何人も失踪してたわよね。
つまりそれらは環境から来る事故ではなかったと。
これも推測に過ぎないけどね。でもユッにするに越したことは。あと
And the communications are cut off. On the bright side, they have a rendezvous point, so they should all be heading over there. A wave of static washes over the communication channel. KLUKAI's projection violently shakes a few times, then disappears entirely. Comms are down again.
あら、
Andoris attempts to restore the connection, but her efforts are for naught.
どうしたんだろう。こっちの信号は問題なさそうなのに。
And there's also no storm around. Unless a storm just popped out of nowhere, someone might be trying to jam
隊
comms
長の
here.
方で何かあったみたい。またコーラプスストームが強まったのかも。え、お姉ちゃんが危ないってこと？とりあえず今は計画通りに行動するのが無難かな。遠隔で通信障害を解決できるかどうか。わかった、すぐに連絡する。想定通りの勝利。
アンドリス？聞こえてる？応答せよ、応答せよ。
無駄だってば。また信号が途切れたんだよ。
なんなのよこのゴミは。あの闇ブローカーども、短期レンタルは月額の数倍、月額は年額の数倍せびるくせに、いい加減なネットワークよこしやがって。
Well, I guess you get what you pay for.
金はもらうが仕事はしない。相当なベテランだよね。羨ましい。
Mekti stretches with a deep sigh, her face full of envy.
任務が終わったら改めてクレームしに行ってやろうじゃない。
うわ、顔怖っ。お、見て。ストレス発散にちょうどいい相手が来たよ。前と同じタイプの機械だけど、今度はすごい数。
面倒ね。あんたも解説者気取ってないで降りてきて戦いなさい。
ねえ、全部片付けるの？さすがに多勢に無勢じゃない？
But at least when it comes to combat stages, they let us get through these really, really
高機能の遠距
quickly.
離ユニットを優先的に撃破して隙を見て撤退するわよ。美容家たちと合流するまで深入りはしないで。
余計めんどくさいよ。
Here the evac route. To the plan, focus on taking down high-speed and long-range units first. Proceed to the evacuation zone. I don't think she's doing much. I think I would rather bring back Ulrid here. Unless we can just
気づいたの？
use the bike to teleport over to this side.
獲物は近くだ。
Let's see. We can. And there goes an entire wave. Oh, we need 3 units over here. Well, the way is clear already. And I guess Ulrich can take care of most of the rest.
私の腕を信じろ。静かに。私の腕を信じろ。静かに。瞬きしている場合か。静かに。
Styles don't really do anything now, do they?
こうですか。
Okay, looks like it's all just cosmetic.
浅はかな行動をクリア。
その
どうってことないわ。
Should be able to just jump down from here afterwards.
その
静かに。了解。静かに。どうってことないわ。
But yeah, I heard KLUKAI was strong. I didn't expect her to have this much mobility as well.
あなたはここまでです。
Let's see if we can buy another couple of those nodes now. Like pools we don't really need, it's all stuff that we can just grab later. But I want to see if I can max her neural helix out as soon as humanly possible. An extra stack of corrosive infusion, there we go, that's going to be our third skill. At least for the time being. Because yeah, we still need 6 more cores to fully max her out. And for now, 10,000 points, I guess it's a start. Still need more levels on her weapon too, but it's another 500,000 points here, so it's going to take a while. Alright, I guess we unlocked this one too. Looks really, really cute, but it's not Sabrina. I'm going to keep Sabrina here. Oh, it's 1000 for the info core. Okay, back to Aphelion we go.
"不明な機械どもに追撃されたせいで予定ルートから大きく外れたわ。
Kai checks her terminal once again, finds that the only short-range communications are available. Long-range comms are still down.
嵐は収まらない。信号も途絶えたまま。位置情報すら取得できない。
つまり道に迷ったってこと？やっぱりパラデウスが絡むとろくな目に合わない。てか今回やけに信号悪すぎない？前にイエローエリアでコーラップスストームに会った時はここまでひどくなかったのに。
Kai vigilantly monitors the surrounding environment, ignoring MacT. Seeing this, MacT decides to fall silent. Creak, creak, thud, thud. Sound of mechanical units advancing. KLUKAI makes a hand signal, gesturing for MACT to dive into level 2.
この音1億年くらい油さしてないオンボロ車みたい。
こっちに近づいてきてる。北からよ。
さっき襲ってきた機械かな。でも数は少ないね。なんか弱そうに聞こえるな。
油断しないで。
でも本当に大したことなさそうだよ。
Stop talking back and just get ready to fight, Jesus. A creaking ground reconnaissance unit appears a short distance away.
超古いモデルじゃん。しかもボロボロ。動いてるのが奇跡だよ。
おとりの可能性が高いわ。後方上空をよく見て。
あれはドローン？
ええ、射撃管制モジュール付きのね。
へえ、すごいじゃん。でもこの組み合わせ、性能差ありすぎない？
さあ、自分に聞いてみれば。
Oh, come on.
そんな軽蔑した目で見ないでよ。
見くびられるのが嫌なら自分の価値を証明してみなさいよ。
Kai looks towards the broken wall to the right of MACT, suggesting that she should use it as cover to sneak up on the reconnaissance unit.
念のためよ。相手の詳細を探らないと。敵なら前もって数を把握する必要があるし。
MACT perks up with a sigh, reluctantly moving right towards the cover. Scouting units are approaching as she moves.
付近に他の敵は見当たらない。この2体だけだよ。っていうか、こいつら壊れてるんじゃない？
その場で警戒。奴らが近づくのを待つのよ。必要がないなら出て行かないで。
はーい。
MACT props up against the cover, using sound and environment to track the enemy movement. Joints on the ground Mac creak rhythmically.
まるで老人の朝練じゃん。
The ground Mac stops abruptly, as if power has been cut.
俺、音がやんだ？
何してるの？隠れてて。
But KLUKAI is too late. Just when MACT tries to shift herself for a better view, she conveniently exposes herself to the ground mech sensor. The warning light on the ground mech flashes red and it emits an ear-piercing alarm. At the same time, the UAV launches an attack. The abandoned container MACT was using as cover just a second ago is riddled with bullets. MACT dodges the attack and darts towards the other sources of cover. Meanwhile, KLUKAI takes the opportunity to break the drone's wings with a 3-round burst, while the ground mech simply keeps blaring its sirens. At this moment, a group of armed humans and mechs appears on the northwest side of the building, raining down fire on them.
他に敵はいないんじゃなかったの？
レーダーが反応しなかったんだもん。
But finally we see some humans, so we get to know if we are fighting Paradeus or the Varjiggers.
偵察型人形じゃあるまいし、探査できる距離なんかほんのちょっとなのに。それに待ち伏せしてたなんて誰が予想？
That's exactly what bait is for, though. Are you deliberately exposing yourself to give the enemy a target? Who would have thought that they were out fishing, and who exactly are these people anyway? Looks a bit too armored to be Varjiggers. Almost everyone. But if we do this... entire map cleared in one click.
ことないわ。どうってことないわ。静かに。
They say to hold on the attack for 4 turns, but there's no one else here.
その
Okay.
どうってことないわ。静かに。
There's also no need to move anyone.
訓練の成果ね。現実の目標沈黙。
And yeah, she still one-shots. I kind of want to see the combination between KLUKAI and Peritia, but I guess it's not time yet. Everyone dies a bit too fast to proc Peritia's follow-up attacks. After downing another drone, KLUKAI zips back into cover. After confirming Mekti's combat status, she issues an order.
ミスティ、シーズファイア。
なんで
早く。
Just as Mekti rolls over to some nearby cover and puts her gun away in disbelief, a booming male voice comes through a loudspeaker from behind cover on the opposite side.
こちらはロクサット主義学習国連盟汚染区域整備と再建推進省新ソ連大環境浄化事業所属第7環境調査隊3762小隊のディミトリー総長である。無駄な抵抗はやめろ。
Oh, it's the government.
繰り返す。こちらはロクサット主義学習国連
After confirming that Mekti has put her gun away, KLUKAI turns on her voice amplification device as well.
了解。こちらはすでに攻撃を中止。
Upon hearing KLUKAI's response, the opposing party immediately seasoned gunfire, but both sides remained ready to resume hostilities.
攻撃を仕掛けた理由を説明せよ。場合によっては軍正規部隊への敵意を持った襲撃とみなす。
But no, these guys are running with the old drones. Well, with the old mechs. They can't be the ones who reconfigured the little robot dogs now, can they?
こちらに敵意はありません。
お前らの鉛玉はそうは言ってないぞ。
それについては説明できます。互いの誠意を示す意味で10分後本戦場中央で話し合いを行ってはこちらはいかなる武器も携行しません。
いいだろう。だが妙な真似はするなよ。
The voice falls silent. Mekti has retreated from the front, gazing at the other side of the battlefield with visible concern. The armed forces are recuperating after combat.
なんでロレンの人がやばいよ。あの男の人かなり怒ってたよ。
話し合いには私が行くからあんたは後ろで警戒してて。
But hey, their reconnaissance robot is the one that attacked
必
first.
要とあらばプラン B に切り替えるわ。
プラン B？ 待って、まさかこんな時に制御スイッチ使う気？ロレンとやり合ったっていいことないのに。
敵か味方かわからない以上リスク回避のためにも警戒はすべきよ。もちろん可能な限り衝突は避けるわ。
わかった。誤解が解けるといいけど、ほんとあいつら面倒くさいから。想定通りの勝利です。本当はもう
And next one is just going to be mostly dialogue. So let's leave that one for later for now, because I'm curious to try KLUKAI in a couple of other settings. First, I think we don't have the entrances for the Yeah, we don't have the entrances for this one. But there's always peak assessment value. Enemies are level 55 in here. And even if her weapon isn't maxed out, we should be able to get a decent idea of what she can do. Be the first to reach the target score. Oh, a defense event. We need to run around and get control of these areas. We should be able to send Ulrid over on this side.
獲物は近くだ。
みんなを守れるようになりたいです。
That's in the middle. And we're sending KLUKAI and Peritia over on this area. One spot left, which can always go to QJ. Leaving behind Macchiato, leaving behind Totolo, honestly, feels really, really weird. Because those two I've been relying on basically ever since I picked the game up.
了解。避けないんですか？
Get this guy out of cover. Oh, doesn't even move. Fantastic.
みんなのために。
用意。今だ。
Out of cover, but she's shielded. She shouldn't have too much trouble.
私の腕を信じろ。静かに。私の腕を信じろ。静かに。
And this one does not reach.
これで終わらせる。
どうってことないわ。
Yeah, they are a bit spread around, and this one needs kills in order to reset, right? 4x8 AoE corrosion damage, 5 tiles wide, 6 tiles of additional movement. If 2 targets are hit, it can be used again. Okay, just hits, not kills. So, that's one.
どうってことないわ。
And I guess no, it can't be used again. At least we got our first victory point. Again, QJ nice and shielded. Oh, and she's immune to taunt too. I thought she was immune to control stuff like being pushed around. I didn't think she would be immune to taunt as well. Okay, this hits both and kills one. Risha clears.
浅はかな行動を悔い改めなさい。
はい、射撃準備。
了解。
This one doesn't seem very convincing. Might be in the wrong spot to deal with him.
ごめんね。
それがしが守る。
静かに。
And this still doesn't even one-shot. She's also fairly far, might not even trigger the follow-up attack. Different story down here.
瞬きしている場合か。
よい。
静かに。隙あり。隙あり。瞬きしている場合か。
We're still sort of fine, but we need AoEs over on this side too. Yeah, Pericia has the ultimate, but not enough range to reach those down there.
訓練の成果ね。
And hopefully this guy is not going to be able to move and come down. And she will need to go to out of cover.
用意。それがしが守る。
静かに。私の腕を信じろ。
今だ。
Now she's finally in range.
私の腕を信じろ。
よい。
Kill one, kill two, and we go back hiding.
その
Solo HP can actually be taken down with Suomi's ultimate. Okay, this one didn't move that much. The point is still ours. Yeah, let's clear the way, even if we're left with one enemy right behind us.
その
私はここだ。瞬きしている場合か。静かに。
その
This is still going to take an AoE attack on the next turn.
配置反応射撃準備 訓練の成果ね
Well, we have the bike drift available again. And again, this hits too.
降参する今のうちよ。どうってことないわ。
Yeah, if two or more targets are hit, this skill can be used again. We hit two people. Why is it not usable again? additional one time, but it also did not become reusable on the first turn. Can we take down both with this one? She will need to take extra damage from the guy up here. Let's just do this instead, it's still at least one kill. If it's her ult, it says defeat 2 or more. Hold on a second. Alright, you have it translated in Spanish, right? Spanish or Portuguese. Portuguese, exactly. Because here... No. Now, 6 tiles of additional movement, and we always get them. If 2 or more targets are hit, this skill can be used again. I guess they mistranslated this hit. They need to turn this hit into kill. Ah well, you know what this means, right? Apollo gems. Apollo gems eventually. Ah, we cannot push these, sadly. Okay, Ulrich can conquer this one. And we should be able to maintain this until the end of this stage, since there's no real threats around anymore. Well, yeah, it's a bit of a mistranslation, it's not that big a deal, but at the same time, it can lead people into playing the game wrong, so it needs to be corrected eventually. And once it does, we can expect some Apollo gems. Oh, and she gets taunted, of course. Because from now going forward, well, basically everything goes to MacT. This kills one, but maybe the explosions from these can actually kill both. Personally, I wouldn't have noticed for a while, because she just wipes the floor with everything anyways. Oh yeah, in the early game especially. Like, you have to bring her here against level 60 enemies, level 55 to level 60 enemies, so that she doesn't one-shot everything in her path. Plus 50 score. Okay, pick this up. And yeah, one down, that's the explosions, and that's 2 kills. She's so damn good. And she's not even fully built yet. Now, the one thing I really like is the extra explosions that she applies as a debuff. We can move you out of... we don't even need to move you out of cover. And just deal some damage. It's like Pericia as well. She gains energy with the more follow-up attacks that she does. And if anything stays alive, you should be able to just spam ultimates and spam AoEs one after the other with this team. Loki gonna keep playing the game just cause of her. That's exactly what I wanted to have. Such an insane unit, man. I'm so happy. Also, do you see how lucky you've gotten? Because, yeah, you didn't get Ulrid, but losing Ulrid to Pericia, now you have the core of the toxic team. And I can guarantee you this thing is going to go places. That's one. Bring Jinjo up front. It's like Ulrid you can replace. You can replace easily with any other character that attacks multiple times. Honestly, blonde female knight, that's a favorite of mine too. This one, yeah, she still takes care of the invisible units as well. Okay, she's still fine. And we are over halfway to the scores already. Should be able to take this one down. All with supporting attacks. But the game is lagging a little bit. I guess people in the US server are finally waking up and everyone is pulling for KLUKAI. Back here we hopefully don't have to go. Unless there's extra spawns. So this one we might have to defend. But otherwise, yeah, we have a boss down here. We can just start taking care of this one. I guess the one thing that's missing a little bit is the phase debuff. An AoE grounded phase debuff. The same type that the other units have. Can this affect everyone? This can affect everyone, fantastic. But if she works like this, that's fine already. Like, she applies corrosion as a debuffs to the enemy, but there's no character currently in the game that inflicts the extra weakness, that implants the weakness. The same way Suomi does, the same way Dushvenia does, the same way Sabrina does. That's the extra hits. Oh, we are one tile off. That's too bad. Let's see, 3 enemies down here. We probably need to come back over to this side too. But I do want to get my hands on this point.
私はここだ。
You know what's even funnier? KLUKAI works exactly like I wanted Ulrich to play, so I don't even want her anymore. She's a better rush melee character than the sword ones. Oh, that's true as well. Honestly though, I still kind of like Ulrich. She works really well. She works nicely with Jeonju in a fire team because she can proc the extra follow-up attacks. Nah, if I bring her down here, she's going to be the only one. That's no point. And until we get Mekti, I guess Ulrich is also going to sit in the AoE Toxic team. Because even if it's just one hit, she can deal that single target hit after the enemy's turn and still proc another one of Berisha's counterattacks. Oh, sorry, Berisha's follow-up attacks. Oh, they're going back. Okay, looks like the main focus of the enemies is not grabbing control points. Come on, stop lagging. Okay, it went down, finally. But we still need to defend these 2 points, because there's going to be extra spawns from here. Still, shield likely next turn. $910, we are almost done. But, damn it, the way is shut. At least from there. Again, this is just 1 kill, so this should not trigger the extra attack. If you can lower the stability a little bit. If she crits, she should be able to kill too. And yeah, double kill and this kill is available again, so that is a mistranslation here. Still, on any non-elite enemies, she can just go back and forth and clear everything. Who the hell thought this was okay?
静かに
As for Ulrid, at for energy, we should be fine, just one shot in this one.
これで終わらせるそうですか浅はかな行動を悔い改めなさい
That's what Kafka should have been.
結果ですね
Well, that's technically what Kafka was though.
あなたはここまでです
Back when DOT was still meta, Kafka with extra energy spamming ultimates was a thing, and it was really, really fun. And yeah, there is absolutely no surprise here. KLUKAI dealing 41% of the damage, followed by Ulrid, who went around just one-shotting units, and Peritia third. Shocked to see Jeonju this low. But I guess we're running everything with AoEs, so Jeonju doesn't get that much time to shine. But if we don't want Jeonju in here, who can we swap? Oh god. Eliminate the target and evacuate. Where's the evacuation area? Evacuation area is up in here, and we need to take down this elite at the center. Weak to poison, because of course they are. I guess we're bringing Macchiato back. Yeah, because we have the elemental imprint anyway.
KLUKAI 浅はかな行動を悔い改めどうってことないわ
Get the bat out of cover. This feels a bit of a waste because it's all single target, but KLUKAI she can rush down with the bike on the second turn.
現実を知りなさい
そのみんなのために
And now her only chance is waiting for a 10 million HP enemy, break with Luca, and use her after. We still need to see what they're going to do with the character rebalances. Like, maybe I'm hoping a bit too much, maybe I'm coping a bit too much. But I really want to see what they're going to do with the character rebalances. Because Kafka is still part of the early batch of characters, so she might even get some. Okay, this is interesting. We can lower these things to send our units over here faster. But we can't quite get there. At least not now. And if we send Ulrid, Ulrid might not be able to take all four down by herself. One, two, and invisible. Again.
これで終わらせる
She was in some rebalanced leaks. My worry is that they'll just dash past her anyways, with even more power creep. When it comes to power creep, we're going to have to wait for, what's her name? Cypher. Because Phantom doesn't really deal damage over time. Quantum inflicts a debuff that deals more damage if the enemies can get hit up to 5 times before the next enemy turn. That's not true damage over time, so either Cypher is going to buff DOT by an insane amount, in which case she's likely going to replace Ruan Mei in her role, or I don't know what they're going to do with it. Oh, come on, it's closed. Damn it.
浅はかに行動を悔い改めなさい。どうってことないわ。
And this one doesn't kill both. Unless it crits.
隙あり。交代するなら今のうちよ。駆逐成功。
Apparently not. But yeah, that is why I like Peritia a lot. Sadly, she's going to need Macti to turn her follow-up attack damage from physical to corrosion. But once she's here, this team is going to be really, really fun.
ごめんね。私が終わらせる。静かに。瞬きしている場合か。静かに。
Okay, that one is basically dead. There it goes. And yeah, all this freezing stuff can be really damn annoying. As we don't reach her. We don't reach this frog. This one only activates these two. This one activates these two. Should probably save that for later. Yeah, we cannot attack. But we can set another freezing ground. For the wall, we can only charge over here. Let's break this down first. If it was up to me, the proper DOT support would buff everyone's speed, even enemies, lower the attack and make DOT's turn go down like Firefly and Robin's ult. Would give them a really nice spot against fast enemies. Oh, that too, but can you imagine what the community is going to do the moment they hear about a buffer that buffs the enemies? Oh, would you look at that? The skill 2, the grenade, doesn't even need line of sight. Yeah, it alerted absolutely everyone. Now, the one thing that's worrying me a little bit is the fact that they are not going back when it comes to the global passive. No, this one is also only on the high ground. It's been 4 patches at this point. They had 4 different chances to nerf Custodes and remove the global passive, but they're not doing it. That would be good for Aventurine and Clara too. Oh, Clara especially. Lower the enemy attack and make the enemies move faster so that she gets hit more. She would have a field day.
避けないんですか？
その
Okay, took care of those. Now we need to take care of these
進
ones.
歩は必須よ。
Let's see, let's go with KLUKAI first
進歩は必須よ。訓練の成果ね。
for DOE. Because yeah, the second one is ground targeted. And the second one with the same AoE has a lot more damage potential. Look at this.
ハンデをあげる。
For units, and when they die, they explode. Who is charging this? I guess it's the artillery elite.
私の腕を信じろ。静かに。
That is a bit difficult to take down just with one unit.
静かに。
She needs to be... I don't like this. She needs to be out of cover under an AoE attack in order to reach this elite here. And wouldn't even deal that much damage. Yeah, now we're keeping her safe.
ごめんよ。その配置完了。射撃準備。
The only way is up in the power creep. Yeah, that's a little bit sad. But they give you enough resources to pull for enough of the new characters, so it's actually not that bad. Or at least it's not as bad as people want to make it look like it is. Here, again, single kill. Also, some HSR, I guess content creators, aren't smart. They were saying Runmei was bad, and now she's probably the most stable unit so far. She's also one of the units that survived power creep the most. Mostly due to the buffs that she brings. She has a little bit of competition now that 3B is a thing. But at the same time, you still kind of want to run both if you run into situations in which you need multiple supports. Like Memory of Chaos. Deal a little bit of damage to you, damn it. I guess we're running around and clearing enemies before anything else.
瞬きしている場合か。静かに。こうですか？
Okay, I've made a huge mistake sending Pericha down here.
浅はかな行動を悔い改めなさい。
Okay, that's gone. We need to take this one out before we move forward.
必須よ。私が終わらせる。どうってことないわ。
These guys we can just ignore. Of course we needed more stuff to spawn.
現実を知りなさい。静かに。これで終わらせる。
But yeah, once this elite goes down, we should be ready to finish this stage. Now, if anything, the one thing that makes me a bit sad about Star Rail is the fact that I have a lot of cool characters that I'm basically no longer using. Even someone like Fei Zhao. I was really happy to have picked Fei Zhao up, but Fei Zhao was popular for one patch and a half. Now I can't say I've been using Fei Zhao in like a couple of months or so. That's a lot of people around here. A lot of people we can't seem to be able to hit. Oh, not this spider. This is one of the worst elites in the entire game. Whenever you hit them, they keep spawning little enemies. It's manageable. Just sad I can't play with who I want anymore. Just with who the game wants you to. That is the worst part of the power creep, sadly. This is still a triple kill. Oh, right, I guess this is one time per match. So we had the devastating drift reset once, it's not happening a second time. As for Ulrid, I'm here, take care of these. And one explosive Goliath. Looks like it's not enough damage. Wolf spiders it is. And of course the bombs don't count towards the overall kill number. But the moment these two go off, we should be able to evacuate everyone in the next action. Okay, first one out. Always frozen, poor Ulrid. For how little does Macchiato not make it? Ah, well. Evacuation number 2. And she can get there with the bike as well. I freaking love this thing.
昔みたいに私に感謝するといいわ。
These are levels of mobility that a standard unit with an assault rifle really shouldn't have. Oh god, escort the target. Where's the target? We need to free him first. From this side. So you swap her up. Maybe not. Hold on. Yeah, let's swap KLUKAI out. So we have 2 units who can charge and move over to this side as quickly as possible. While everyone else charges towards this area. These guys we're just going to have to kill as complementary units later. Isha, bring the frog outside of cover. So Macchiato can one-shot it. This way we don't get slowed down. As for you, you only kill if you crit. But the temptation is really, really strong. And yeah, she clears everything anyway. Two skills, 5 kills. Nice and balanced. As for you, let's go take care of the frog up here. Really? One tile obstructed, she can't do the OE here. Let's move her first. She has to overwatch anyway. Yeah, this at least hits too. Honestly, kind of tempted to just sit and wait for this one to spawn. Because these guys are going to come out of cover and attack me anyway. Macchiato is going to kill them. KLUKAI can take care of this too. Yeah, now let's just wait here. Let them do their thing. Yeah, because 2 go out anyway. Not too sold on this one. She still gets extra movement, she can go back here. And all we need to do is avoid the bear's AoE.
今のうちよどうってことないわ。
その
Okay, parry doesn't look like she kills.
ごめんねその
I really need to finish leveling her up.
進歩は必須よ。私が終わらせる。
その
私はここだ。
ごめんね
私の腕を信じろ。静かに。
Okay, first one out. Second one out.
私の腕を信じろ。静かに。
And we can go on the elite.
瞬きしている場合か。静かに。
Really? I guess we should not go on the elite. Because if you trigger him, he just attacks you. Ah, well, there's still a nice little frog down here. That's going to be annoying later. Might as well take her out now.
その
And with no need to reshield, can deal a bit of damage on the last enemy
どこ
unit.
見てるんですか
Okay, now. We are still one tile off from activating this thing.
みんなのために
どうってことないわ。
こうですか
Yeah, there's no way this one moves. Let's just take care of the last bot down here.
避けないんですか。どうってことないわ。進歩は必須よ。
ごめんね
私が終わらせる。
Macchiato almost one shots. Okay, there's the rescue. And we need to come back down here now. 4 turns out of 14 should be more than possible.
どうってことないわ。
No need to waste skill points on this.
続く目標沈黙。
But yeah, now we have to hurry over to the other side.
訓練の成果ね。
KLUKAI can actually hit all 4. Fantastic. Can I bring Peritia over on the other side first? I guess not.
ハンデをあげる。
ごめんね
私が終わらせる。
その配置完了射撃準備
静かに。
Okay, that takes care of almost anything on our tail. We're only leaving the one we're supposed to rescue
こうです。
in face of one elite. And I don't really want to let her sit in corrosion. I'm starting to think I need to do something to boost Peritia's movement. Because either I'm screwing up massively, or she's a bit too static.
歩は必須よ。
Macchiato can come here and overwatch.
静かに。
はい。
Suomi shields again.
みんなのために。
どうってことないわ。
Why is this always so tempting? I'm sure that something like this is going to be more than fine already. But the big ultimate with the bike is always way too tempting.
交代するなら今のうちよ。どうってことないわ。
It's up, so you just go and charge. Front and back, that's another triple kill.
交代するなら今のうちよ。どうってことないわ。
Oh wait, almost. This guy's still alive. But he's got 3 stacks of corrosive infusion. 12% of attack for each stack, another 12%. Up to a maximum of 10? Hold on. Those reach, sadly. We can send her here.
静かに。了解。 静かに。
ご命令を。
私の腕を信じろ。静かに。
ご命令を。
私の腕を信じろ。静かに。
That was very little movement from a rescued target. But the elite has also exploded. So we should be fine. The mission should be complete already. We just need to take care of the last couple of stragglers.
どうってことないわ。 ハンデを当てて。
There's not going to be another spawn now, is there? Surely, once we've cleared everyone up, there's not going to be another spawn. Okay, looks like we're safe.
静かに。
気をつけて。
Come on, go.
どうってことないわ。
Too bad there's no way for us to make him go any faster. Another?
どうってことないわ。静かに。
I thought we were pretty fast too. Weird that we're losing these many turns to get him down there. Ah, finally.
当然の結果ですね。残念ですが、あなたはここまでです。
And like always, nothing usable.
.壮大な考えと素晴らしい。
おかえりなさい。
I still can't believe how cool they made her look. Let's see if we can get some of these from here, even though... I think it might be a bit much. Yeah, we don't even get it to level 50. Oh, this one too. 2% damage to URNC, 2% more damage to enemies with corrosion. So I guess it's not just 15 to 25 difference. It's more like 15 to 27.5. Oh, this one reduces the cooldown of the ultimate. One thing I didn't check is the fortification. See what comes out of the extra skills, why people are so over the moon for them. The one is for the grenade, increases damage dealt targets that are already inflicted with toxic infiltration by 30%. So this is either for the second turn, because toxic infiltration is only her own debuff. If the target isn't killed, it can also trigger the on-death effect. It has extra damage on top of it too. New effect: at the end of the action of the unit which possesses the effect, applies another stack to enemy units within 3 tiles that do not already have it, for 2 turns. A bit of extra damage, another proc, which is like 2k damage as I've seen so far. Looks okay, but doesn't seem too crazy. Prior this for the passive. Start of battle, 3 stacks of competitive spirit. Increases corrosion damage dealt by 5%. Maximum of 12 stacks. 60% extra corrosion. Okay, this is the big one. Jesus, 60% extra corrosion damage. She gains... Oh, when other allies deal corrosion damage, she gains 1 stack. But again, in order for this to work, you want Mekti and you want Peritia. Increases the limit of competitive spirit by 4. For every 3 points of energy gained, she gains 1 stack of infusion. No, she applies an extra stack of infusion to enemies that already have it and reduces the cooldown of the ultimate. New effect on corrosive infusion. When KLUKAI performs an active attack or other allied units deal corrosion damage, apply an extra stack of corrosive infusion. Which again, defense down and extra AoE damage. Defense is reduced by 1%, stack limit is increased by 5. Yeah, V2 is actually quite insane. Probably the best one so far. For each enemy hit, increases damage dealt by 10% up to a maximum of 50. If a boss is hit, increased immediately by 50. If 2 or more target or a boss is hit, skill can be used again up to a maximum of 1 additional time. Up to 3 drifts, Jesus. Before attacking, defense down and toxic infiltration. Again, specific skill for bossing. Likely going to be really damn good in the guild bossing. Damage dealt by the first attack by 100%, each stack of infusion on the target. Damage multiplier another 5%. If a phase weakness is exploited, ignore 15% of cover damage reduction. Again, a little bit of extra damage, but not something crazy. Bomb level 2, another 2 tiles range, 110% attack for the first damage. Toxic infiltration spreads by 1 additional tile, damage increases to 80% of attack. But we are talking C5. Looks alright, but it's way down there. Lastly, ultimate level 3 ignores cover reduction. Increases width by 2. Width by 2? It becomes a 7 by 8 skill. And applies Dismay. Movement decreased by 1 tile. Attack minus 30%. Stability damage dealt reduced by 4. Oh, it even debuffs the enemies. That's okay, but you're generally not taking that much damage, not even from bosses. After the attack, triggers all of the enemy's corrosive infusion and on-death effect of toxic infiltration. This one might be nice, especially considering that once you have the full team, you should be applying 3 to 6 stacks of corrosive infusion on the enemy before you can do the ultimate. Still, the passive here at V2, that's probably the biggest upgrade out there. Too bad it's V2, and I'm not really spending money on this. It might become a long-term project, very long-term project, if I decide to skip multiple units, kind of like Macchiato is right now. But this is likely going to be a year, 2 years in the making. It's like Macchiato as well. I know she needs Fortification 1 for the damage boost, or at least she would have needed Fortification 1 before I went on to pick Dushvenia. But she's a cute little dork, I couldn't just leave her behind. So I just decided to pick Dushvenia now, leave Macchiato at V0, and wait for a rerun. A rerun alongside units I don't really want to pull for. So even this one right now, I'm just going to skip on this and wait for the next or second next Macchiato rerun. Okay, we should have spent enough here. Let's clear dailies, just a second. More stuff in Night March, but it's only 2. I can't wait, this is way too hot. Also, yeah, they should have added another skin for her as well. But I don't know, I'm not really feeling this one. That's Mug face. It's tactical gear, but it feels a little bit anonymous. Like it's black and grey. I think I like the base one a lot more. Should just give this one for free too, no one is buying it after getting the other one. But yeah, because like Blazing Star, this is the base one, and she looks alright. Honestly, she looks pretty damn hot in this one too. This is the skin I was expecting them to release as a paid one. Because it's a bit, honestly, a bit too sexy. They also had to add the little red lines in here so that they kind of look like the nipples are sticking out when you're zoomed far off. Not to mention... God damn. Too bad we can't check the animations, because with this skin, the level up animations on the bike, oh, they're going to go kind of hard. And yeah, compared to both of them, $10 for this feels like a bit of a waste. Not to mention, she doesn't have the hat. Who else got something? Oh, another skin for Macchiato. But did... She's so cute when she's bashful. This looks a bit too similar to the other one already. A cute Chinese dress? This one is just longer. And yeah, if I had to spend money on Macchiato, it would probably be this skin rather than the new one. This one's cute, even though maybe a bit generic. But I do like the green and black. Big stretch. And the other ones are all kind of old. I don't know, the skins are not drawing me in all that much. I think if anything, one skin I probably would have spent money on was the summer one for Sabrina, which has been removed from the shop, it looks like. But for that one too, I'm waiting for the game to start releasing a little bit more proper hardcore content I can sink my teeth into, rather than just story and easy stages. Alright, back to Aphelion. Let's see how much trouble they get into with the government soldiers. Seeing KLUKAI come alone and unarmed, the platoon leader lets out a displeased grunt from behind his protective suit.
人形をよこすとは舐めてやがる。お前のふぬけた飼い主を呼んでこい。
The owner isn't here, you're getting your ass kicked by 2 dolls. Yeah, I'm not even level 40, I can already clear the challenge maps with no support. Yeah, that's the one thing that's been feeling a little bit bad. The challenge stages. It's like we've had something where you had to figure out the correct unit order in order to clear them. But I like the way other games do them a little bit better, like Convallaria or Arknights. Voice recognition tells KLUKAI that this is Dimitri, whom she had talked with earlier.
ハイド404は人形による自立武装小隊です。現在は非軍事勢力管理局に協力し、イエローエリアで違法 PMC の調査を行っています。
KLUKAI intentionally modifies the part about Paraleus in accordance with Kalina's instructions.
404? なんだそりゃ。聞いたこともね。非軍事勢力管理局がお前らを雇ったってのか。
Although he's still suspicious, hearing the non-military forces administration being mentioned makes him relax a little bit.
私たちは表向きには存在しない人形です。無理もありません。そろそろ本題に入っても。
AK is a top-tier bar. I was suffering with a full team to beat the Sebe challenge map, then watch someone clear it with 4 characters. Oh, now that you remind me, I still need to do the challenge modes as well. I've gotten a bit distracted with Sword of Convallaria, because they finally released a new challenge stage, the tower, and 2 new bosses, which were kind of fun. Now we're waiting for floor 7.
本題に入ろ
Dmitri takes a look at the radiation detector and ensures that the reading is within safety limits. He then pulls the protective hood off his head, revealing the face of a middle-aged man with an angular jawline. Years on the battlefield and years of desert wind have left their marks on his face.
う。相変わらず窮屈な防護服だぜ。
Curses quietly with a grimace, then looks at KLUKAI with unbridled disgust in his eyes.
非軍事勢力管理局の人形ね。それにしちゃ戦場のマナーがなってねえな。素性も確認せずに攻撃しろって奴らに教わったのか。
こちらは今まで所属不明の武装勢力から連続して襲撃を受けました。そちら側の偵察用機械兵器にはロレンの識別マークがありません。こちらの攻撃はあくまで自衛です。
おい、頭がショートしちまったのか。所属不明の武装勢力なんざこっちは見てないぞ。
信じるかどうかは自由です。遭遇しなかったからといって存在しないとは限りません。それに先に攻撃してきたのはそちらのドローンです。私たちはやむを得ず迎撃したまで。
ドローンはプログラム通りにしか動けないが、お前らもそうだったとはな。おっと忘れてたぜ。人形ってのはアルゴリズムなしに動けないんだったな。命令に従うだけのガラクタだ。
Dmitri looks like he wants to get punched in the face. And I'm pretty sure KLUKAI is also the one who might be tempted to do it. Seeing that the opposing side is trying to provoke her instead of making progress information exchange, KLUKAI raises an eyebrow and remains quiet. However, Dmitri doesn't seem to mind at all. He continues to ask questions in a condescending manner.
お前の発言については上層部に報告して調査を要請する。だが念のため、そっちの任務内容と隊の規模を具体的に教えろ。
具体的な任務内容は、非軍事勢力管理局との守秘義務に関わるため、アクセス権をご提示願います。人数は先ほど申し上げた通り、人形2名のみです。
2人だけ。
And they got the floor wiped with them. Dmitri's soldiers are shocked by the contrast between the firepower they witnessed and 404's real numbers. After receiving a stare from Dmitri, they promptly shut up.
ふざけるなよ。あの火力じゃ少なくとも10人はいるはずだ。
404小隊は全て戦術人形による編成です。火力にせよ、戦場における状況把握力にせよ、頂上列車に勤めるあなた方の常識とは異なります。
なぜそれを。
ずさんな編成の機械兵器部隊、いい加減な改造、老朽化した設備。大方バリャーグか闇ブローカー、ショーキーハンターあたりから巻き上げたものでしょう。数少ない状態のいい装備に至っては環境調査隊への変更も間に合わず、頂上列車路線防衛軍のまま。おそらくあなた方は臨時出向させられたアルバイトのようなものでしょう。
Noticing his stiff expression, KLUKAI inserts an additional remark.
ああ、忘れるところでした。頂上列車を守っているのは古びた機械で編成された正規部隊でしたね。
And she is absolutely not holding back.
発言に気をつけろ。お前みたいなガラクタに何がわかる。
Dmitri raises his gun, but KLUKAI simply stares at him coldly without moving a muscle.
説明は以上です。では。
待て。
Just as KLUKAI turns away to leave, Dmitri shouts for her to stop. The soldiers raise their guns and aim at her.
何か？
仮にお前らが管理局のものだったとして、こっちの損失はどうしてくれんだ？
こちらも同様に貴重な物資を消耗しました。この件は双方に責任があります。
言い逃れする気か？
いいえ。
だったら弁償しろよ。こいつらの装備はな、全部俺が苦労して手に入れたもんなんだよ。
And you lost it against 2 dolls. You should honestly be ashamed.
お前みたいなガラクタには分からんだろうがな。こちとら大陸間列車の敷設に向けた環境調査っつう大役を任されてんだ。
こちらに弁償の義務があるとは思えません。
Facing KLUKAI's unwavering attitude, Dmitri takes out this communicator.
そっちがその気なら、こっちにも考えがある。だがよく考えることだ。仮に俺たちが臨時部隊だったとしても、正規編成であることに変わりはない。こっちは30人以上いるんだぜ。お前らが口で勝てるとは思えねえな。
外と連絡が取れるんですか？
Hearing KLUKAI's question, Dmitri simply assumes that the opposing side is considering his threat, and so he increases the pressure in his voice.
当たり前だ。このことを上が知ったら大騒ぎになるぞ。分かったらとっとと金を出せ。こっちは次の集落に用事があるんだ。
お金の代わりにそちらの作戦に協力するというのはどうでしょう。この劣悪な環境はあなた方の手に余るはずです。404の戦闘力は見ての通り。
Dmitri does not expect this reply. He seizes up KLUKAI.
何が目的だ？
目的などありません。ただ現地部隊との不必要な衝突は避けろと言われていますので。
Dmitri pockets his communicator after a moment of consideration.
交渉成立だ。だが余計な真似はするな。おとなしく命令に従え。いいな。エリア通信チャンネルは1人03蓋だ。設定しておけ。この辺はジャミングを受けやすい。本体とは2キロ以上離れるな。
無駄口が少ないといいけど。
安心しろ。お前らには聞く権限すらない。そもそも内部通信は暗号化されてる。クズ人形にはそんなこともわからないのか？
After confirming that she has successfully connected to the comms frequency, KLUKAI ignores the insult and turns to leave.
ガラクタどもが。ノーリング、戻って連中に伝えておけ。巡回人員を3割減らし、危険があればあのテスクズどもに対処させろとな。
本当に
順位に奴らの素性を調べてもらう。お前たちも気をつけろ。いずれにせよ盾になる人形が増えるのは歓迎だからな。
しかしあの強さだぞ。もし裏切れば。
何弱気になってやがる。30対2で負ける道理があるか。先ほどの戦闘もこっちの方が優勢なのがわからなかった。
But yeah, it's exactly because of how the earlier battle went that is doubtful. You guys lost apparently way too much against just 2 dolls.
俺のことは総長と呼べ。何度注意すれば気が済む。
ごめん、つい癖で。
何が癖だ。お前とは長い付き合いだが規律は守れ。
I cannot. I'm watching AC Yasuke Simulator and Motorbikes. Oh god. Alright, both games were supposed to release today, weren't they? In Dimitri's serious expression, the soldier named Larion corrects his casual demeanor and salutes him.
は総長。
それでいい。戻って行軍を再開させろ。予定よりかなり遅れてる。
But yeah, now Ubisoft is going down with this one. The Japanese government and especially the line of emperors is not going to like what they've done with their ancestors. AC Shadow speaking at 20k players. Yasuke see him at 220. Are you serious? But yeah, nah, this was like complete disrespect towards Japan, Japan's history, and the imperial family as well. I think they're trying to bring Ubisoft in front of some lawyers too, because there's no way they're just going to let this slide.
パラデウスを探してたかと思えば、今度はロレン調査隊の手伝い。仕事が増える一方だよ。ねえ、来るかい。404だって経費には困ってないじゃん。
理不尽な要求を許せば、ウジ虫どもを増長させるだけよ。
It's plateauing at 40k.
でもあいつらに協力したって何のた
Well,
めにも。
it's still an Assassin's Creed title. It's still a game from a famous developer. It still had plenty of pre-orders, and apparently it's getting 95s and 100s left and right from the Western gaming journalists. Of course, everyone was bought and paid for.
え？位置情報のこと？
I've seen people trying to do stealth in Assassin's Creed, and apparently as long as you lay down flat on the ground, you can even walk in front of enemy units and they still don't spot you.
でもあいつらが向かってる集落、私たちの目
And
的
this
地
is
と
of
は
course
違
on
うよ。
top of the disrespect towards the imperial family, the disrespect towards the Japanese population, and the fact that you can just go in and desecrate shrines all you want.
あんたは歩きたての子供？
I still think that the most the most entertaining part of Assassin's Creed Shadows is yet to come, and that is when the Japanese government is going to step in. They're either going to ban the game or they're going to start heavily sanctioning Ubisoft.
コーラップスストームは収まったのに。
There was a VTuber streamer that was supposed to do a sponsored stream but got banned. Oh, right, I heard about that too. Ubisoft told them to start streaming at a certain hour, but Ubisoft themselves confused between AM and PM. So when the streamer went live at the appropriate time, the time that they concorded, they just got instantly banned, and Ubisoft did absolutely nothing to try and excuse them.
調査隊と集落に向かえば、そこのネットワークを使ってアンドリスたちと連絡が取れるでしょ？理解した？
Nah, that's not how you treat your player base, that's not how you treat your fans, that's not how you treat the entire setting that you're basing your game off of. I don't know what the hell people working at Ubisoft were thinking when they decided to go with the Japanese setting and to use Yasuke as a main character.
なるほど。
But then again, the last title I bought from Ubisoft has been Assassin's Creed 2. I have not given them money in like 15 years, and I'm sure as hell not going to start now.
超強いじゃん。
Communicator receives a comm request from the Sorpei Corps following them.
こちら404小隊隊長、戦術人形クルカイ。何か？
Right now, I'm more interested in the event in Limbus. Sadly, Limbus is one of those gacha games I kind of had to drop. I'm juggling a bit too many, even though I did like the way it played. Monster Hunter Wilds released at 1.4 million players. Yeah, and you saw the nice articles online. Why is Monster Hunter Wilds not flopping like Dragon Age did? Gee, I wonder. Maybe because it's an actual good game? Maybe because the characters don't talk like children? Maybe because it's made to be a game for the players rather than a game that's going to try and teach the players or preach to the players how they should behave in certain situations.
その方向ではルートから大きく外れます。それに
I hear Monster Hunter Wilds apparently has a bit of an annoying story, but the story in Monster Hunter is just a little bit of a setting to give you an excuse to go from one monster to the other. Apparently people are really hating on a little kid for how annoying he is. But still, you can have one character being as annoying as they want. It's not going to top the mother, I am non-binary in a fantasy setting. That was so damn jarring. KLUKAI has more to say, but she's interrupted by an angry Dimitri. This is not going to end well. She's way too annoyed with this guy. I'm not gonna be surprised if he ends up with a bullet in his head. I think it's a few hours of mess story, but then non-stop peak gameplay for over 100 hours. That's basically all the Monster Hunters. They've been improving and improving every single iteration. One thing I really didn't like about the last title, the one I've played, which one was the name? Sunbreak. The weapon switch. Yes, it's nice that it gives you more options, but at the same time you have to go and fiddle around with style switches and remembering which skills you have on set A and set B. That was a bit weird. I didn't manage to get used to that mechanic. Especially after going through all the base game that didn't have it. Oh right, now that wirebugs are not a thing anymore, what are they doing? I hear they added a wound mechanic. But what happens to the special attacks? Did they add anything to replace the wirebugs? Mekti adjusts her posture so that the wind doesn't blow into her face. The motorbike flies over to the empty wilds like a released arrow, carving a clear path into the landscape. And sleeping Mekti again. The motorbike suddenly brakes. The slumbering Mekti loses her balance, but KLUKAI catches her before she falls off. KLUKAI connects to the Survey Corps comms.
北西に小型生き袋の群れを発見。数は5から10。本体との接触までおよそあと5分。
接触すると分かってるなら排除しろ。くだらんことでいちいち連絡するな。無駄口叩くだけのスピーカーか、お前らは。
命令に従えと言ったのはそちらです。私たちは言われた通り命令を待つだけ。
Upon hearing this, Dimitri utters something under his breath, but it's too quiet for KLUKAI to hear. After a short moment, he responds with an impatient tone. Comms are abruptly cut. With a stiff expression, KLUKAI parks the motorbike against a nearby boulder.
仕事よ。降りなさい。
And I guess now that we've leveled her up a little bit more, this is going to be even easier. You can still deploy... Oh, I don't care about support units. The enemies are way too low level and there's no real need for anything else in here. Vroom vroom. Oh, if you don't use it, the skill still goes on cooldown. That's too bad. And we can hit everyone with this. Perfect. The elites have been eliminated and the main force arrives right after. Under Dimitri's orders, the troops stop to collect the samples from the elite corpses as part of their routine.
到着しておきながら高みの見物とは、ロレンの軍人は随分と勇敢なんですね。
この程度で応援が必要ってんなら、グリーンエリアで窓拭きでもした方がマシだな、お前らは。
Noticing something off about KLUKAI, Mekti tugs on her clothes.
まあまあ、確かに大した数じゃなかったし。
当たり前だろ。総長が選ぶルートはいつだって一番安全だからな。生き袋やバリアー軍が相手でも総長がいれば俺たちは負け知らずなんだぜ。
Upon hearing this, KLUKAI gives Dimitri a questioning look.
ディミトリー総長、以前の所属は？
ああ？
頂上列車を警備していただけの人間にそんな経験や勘があるとは思えません。現在の進駐軍には新ソ連軍から編入した者がいると聞きますし。
それを聞いてどうする？余計な詮索はするな。お前、こっちに来い。
Dimitri glares at the soldier who had interjected just now. Feeling the sergeant's displeasure, the soldier makes the wise decision to shut up, packs the samples he had collected, and follows Dimitri towards the trucks.
はあ、やっと行った。また喧嘩にならなくてよかったよ。あのおじさんもさ、なんか私たち嫌ってるよね。間違って撃ったからってここまで根に持つ？
気をつけなさい。
え？
おかしいと思わない？調査隊と合流してから不明勢力からの襲撃が止まった。
え？諦めたんじゃない？人数も増えたし。
の警戒心しかないんなら確かにグリーンエリアで窓拭きでもするべきね。先を急ぐわよ。404を敵に回したのが運の尽きよ。
Alright, Jesus, this is going to be a long event. This is going to be a really long event. But yeah, for today, I think we are about done. Going to leave the rest for a second part of the playthrough. Especially considering that's a part 2 opening in 20 days. So I guess this event alone is going to take like 4 to 5 streams to complete. And I'm really curious to see the challenge modes. Again, keeping my fingers crossed that there's going to be some harder enemies in here. If not challenge modes, I guess we have Frontline survivors to look forward to. But for now, I guess dinner time is approaching, so I'm gonna call it here. As always, thanks a lot for coming by and keeping me company while playing the event and pulling for the new unit. Good luck if you still have to touch the gacha. If you didn't get her, good luck getting her. And see you guys around soon. Ciao!